Mushi Mushi! Good morning. Mushi Mushi, Mushy Mushy, something along those lines. I am waiting, with bated breath. Really? That's how you're going to spell baited, Google? All over the place. There should be a cat trying to get into the living room in about 12 seconds. That's what I'm shooting for. That's gotta happen. I never have just a peaceful start to a stream rolling right on into anything really. It's just something that doesn't happen. So let's hit this play button, and I'm gonna hope that it appears here. Oh, I'm not gonna do it now because anytime that I usually tried to do something on the fly, it didn't work over well. I was going to try to do a 2K stream of this today, but I am not going to try and do it. But I am happy that it just worked. Like, I didn't have to, keep clicking the game capture or whatever. So, I'll take the small victories while we can. That's the important thing. So, hey, look, that's a favorite bun right there. Looking great. Nice little watercolors. You know what? I really do appreciate the NVIDIA filter into an aspect of that you don't see it as the viewer. And so I can see the stark contrast of what you get there. But we're going to hand on in Field. I read that very quickly as Field a Bum. And I was like, oh, that can't be right. I mean, look. If obliged, feel someone's bum. You got to ask for it. Make sure it's okay. But, all right, hand it in. We're here. We're the glorious. That's some calm waters right there. I don't know about what's going on right here. Is that texture didn't load or something, or maybe it's the mount. Maybe that's a shadow. You know what? That's a shadow. I'm sorry, Yoshi. Sorry. We'll take that back. Well. That was a decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due for a good brush down and a treat or two. Wouldn't you? Absolutely. I would say that too. Shadows in the Empire. Not of the Empire, no. Can't get that. Great Nintendo 64 game. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after a little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Oh, don't let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I can't think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Well, thank you, and let's return to my manor then. Ooh. The manners. Ready to roll? Let's go. Yeet. Aru. Where's your manor, sir? Beyond the yard? Is this your yard? No grass. No Muskoka chair. I don't know what they call those in America. We call those chairs Muskoka chairs because that's the area, a cottage chair. Would they just be called cottage chairs? I don't know. It's always a direct possibility. I'll have to ask an American when they get into the chat. Then I wonder what Europeans call them. If they have them.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
Slightly. Just like in Reverie, sometimes you just got to explain a whole situation 1,000 times over to the new people.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma. and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
Good question.
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Corpse digging. That was last stream.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
I think those eyes are growing on me.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Dorma a chance at peace.
It's so weird. Like, it's nice in the morning right now. It's not too hot. It says it's 23 degrees. Last night, 27, 28. I think I even saw it get up to 31. I was comfortable in my living room. Now it's not super comfortable. I don't really want to turn on the AC at the moment. But I was just like, you know, look, there's like a little breeze coming through. I ain't getting no breeze. It ain't flowing on through these gray hairs.
Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters.
Ah, the tatters. Still can't get over
you have journeyed
not
far.
thinking about this
Let
just
me
being
be
like
your
an
tissue.
Xbox brand, you know. Ian just loves him some Microsoft.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too.
Hello, Viva!
We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future.
Just choked on
They
my
think it's our
coffee
best
there.
hope of
Hello,
keeping the
people,
Guardians in
indeed.
check, and I agree.
Hello. I think, you know, hearing the hello people, I'm trying to think of how often should I get my son to upgrade the, you know, some of the channel point things that he says. Like, should I just, like, because, you know, there's obviously a little bit of cuteness factor to them saying, like, I think he was like, what? They've got to be a couple years old now. They're probably when he was 3. I'm trying to think of, like, should I just, like, wait entirely until he, you know, he hits puberty into a teenager and then update it again? And then it's just like, you know, goes from the nice little hello people to it's like, hello people. And what? Who the hell said that? I'd say you shouldn't just because they're adorable as they are. Well, no, see? Yeah, I got you there. Yeah, update when he becomes teenager, right? That's the plan. Hey, Logan, come on over here. I need you to update it here. I need you to say waffles, and I need you to sort of be upset when you're saying it like you did before. So, you know, it's going, waffles. And then he would come over and go like, waffles. Waffles. Right. How are you today?
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to
And
a
then
single
just
front.
maybe for the craft dinner one, you know, you sort of get that little squeak in the voice from him. Like, you know, I have to hit that point just like as puberty's squeaking on in, right? So it's just like, craft dinner. That'd be great. You're doing okay.
I accept
okay.
your invitation.
Doing okay is
I must,
okay.
however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here.
We've got a meeting to attend to.
In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded.
Look at the positive here, at
Ere
least,
I depart,
Biscuits.
I must shore up her defenses.
There's no more stupid meetings. Nothing that could have just been done in an email.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date.
Did you
The
have to
meeting
like
is to be
wake
held
up
at the Royal
purposely
Palace in Alamigo
to
today.
come into the stream
Do you remember
today?
the
Because
way?
I would assume like, you know, sleeping in at your age, you're still seeing noon, right? You get up maybe a little early, feed the pupper, and go right back to bed.
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Does he eat in the morning? And then he doesn't get like another meal till 3? But I assume Wolfslayer takes care of the morning feed, maybe? Oh, she only eats once a day. Okay. I always know, like, I mean, I guess, like, to in a sense, like, you know, dogs and cats can be very different. Like, it's funny of, like, Coco and Oreo are very much happy and free to just, you know, like, I know, like, there's all sorts of different things, like, you can read about. But, like, most cats like to have their bowl out for them at all time because they eat very small amounts of food throughout the entire day. But then comically enough of like, we noticed like with Charlie, he was eating all the food. So when we had to put him over into the room, we bought a feeder for him that, you know, spits out the same amount of food, but multiple times a day for him. So that he isn't just like hoarding it all or whatever. But, you know, when we wake up in the morning to see Coco and Oreo, you know, they still have a little bit of food left in their bowl because, you know, it's weird. But, like, I remember, like, my wife, when she had a golden retriever, like, their family dog, he'd be the same way of, like, you know, you could put out you know, a bowl of food for him and he would eat. Like, you know, sometimes dogs are weird of where, like, you know, they'll eat the whole thing. My brother-in-law's dog, when he had it, like, that was the type of thing of, like, you put it out and he's like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get another meal again. And sometimes you just can't fix that thing, right? She doesn't eat that much food, so you tried a multi-feed schedule but didn't catch on well and she gained too much weight. Yeah. And there's something to do with like what's like their metabolism too, like just sometimes the way it works for them, right? My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Well, had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. I mean, where the Ashtons are concerned, not to be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank ye for coming, Lise. I mean, even if it was on official business, I had hoped that there might be time to show you the land you helped to save, but I'll settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. Oh, there never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave, and you've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Bastion? I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private? We also tried the free feed thing, but she would eat too early one day and then not at the same time the next day, and she'd actually get right, yeah, finicky little tummy. So the vet told us to regimate that schedule would probably be best for her. And I'm assuming it's working out well for her. Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. So I would have to assume like I'm like, give or take, I think I just looked at it, about 7 or 8 quests before the end of Stormblood proper. So I don't like. I'm assuming is the end, like sort of our next dungeon, if there is one. I don't even know. So she's been with us for almost 2 years now, which is unbelievable in itself. But she's been on those one-day schedules for about... Okay. And of course, not that it has to be, but I'm always open to doing some other dungeon runs if we feel like it. So. Oh, I wanted to ask you, Americano, that just came into the oh, you know what? It just literally just clicked in my mind. I was gonna ask you. You probably wouldn't know. Wait, oh, you will know, but now I know what the answer is. Do you know those like cottage chairs that are made out of wood? We call them sometimes up here Muskoka chairs or a cottage chair, but it just clued into me. I was like, what someone from the outside would call them, and then it's over. That's how it happens. I was about to check in and see how you are from the next big thing. I'm always close to the next big thing. I mean, I it just clicked in. I think they're called Adirondack chairs or whatever. But now I need a European to come on in to know if they still also call them those. Or lake chairs. Yeah, that would be another one. Because it's funny, like I see them even in the stores, and they're not called Adirondack chairs. I've never seen lake chairs. I've seen Muskoka chairs, all sorts of things, but I'm trying to think of like when we get the new place, I want to know if getting a couple of those like actual legitimate wood ones. But the problem is, like, you know, I ain't living by a lake. Thanks for coming. Knowing you'd probably guess what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I see them at lake houses and like Airbnb. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can live at a lake and you're exactly. I mean, I'm not far from a lake, you know. She's acting as if everything's all right, but it's clear she's barely coping. I mean, her twin brother is missing, for crying out loud. Fill up the kiddie pool and stick your feet in the smoke. So it was funny. I think I read something in like when we were signing the lease. There was like I signed like so many like things back and forth. Because like there was one like here's like the lease, and you signed it, and then we had to wait for approval or whatever, and then our leasing agent guy put the wrong price for the new place, so then I had to sign another one that was updated with the proper price, and then when we were approved, then they send you another one. So like the first one like sort of mentions like no smoking, and I was like, okay, like I don't smoke. And then the other one mentioned like about weed because it's legal, and so then it was said like it's okay if you want to smoke weed, but it sounds like it can't be like in a I guess it would have to be like in a vape. I don't know. And then the final lease makes it sound like smoking's okay. So like I was so confused. I'm like, I guess I'll find out. I'm like, I went from like, oh, this place is like smoke free, which I'd be fine with, but then I'm like, like really, like you can't even smoke outside on your balcony? Not that that's a big deal. I smoke maybe like 3 cigars a year, if that. But I was just like, oh, so I don't even know. So I was up like fixing my humidor to reset it. I think I found what the problem was. And then my wife was like, oh, like you won't need that at the new place. I'm like, well, it's not like I don't want to have a cigar somewhere else. I mean, I can still have one. But you know, so you'll know, I bought those little humidor packet things, and I couldn't get like the humidity up to like a set spot where they should be. So I thought, like, you know, it's not a big humidor, holds maybe like 20 cigars. I was like, okay, maybe I'll put another one in. Thing doesn't budge or move. And I'm like, oh, maybe the thing is gone. So I took everything out, and then I cleaned it up, and I let it reset, and so the thing went back down. So I'm like, okay, so it works. So I read online, I I was like, okay, it says like, you know, take a sponge, clean it with distilled water, and then soak a sponge with distilled water and leave it in there and let it reset. And it says like to remove like the little like humidor, I don't know what they're called. Anyways, like there's a thing like that looks like a little screen that I assume like supposed to like circulate thing. So it said like to remove those. So I remove it. Yeah, the humidity, no, not the gauge, but there's like a little thing beside the gauge. So I remove this thing. It's like a little, I could probably show it to you. So it says remove that when you're like resetting it. So I've been resetting it. I'm doing this like every 24 hours and it's back into its beauty point. And I'm like, I'm trying to think of like, maybe like that humidity thing is gunked up or something. Cause it's holding good for a couple days. And so I'm like, something ain't right. So now I'm going to try to put those packets back in instead of the sponge, and see if it settles, and then I'll know what the problem is. But I don't know. But I need to get some more cigars though. I'm only down to 2. Like those probably will just get me through the summer, if not. Hey, Miss Rainbow Sparkles, how are ya? Oh yeah, like currently with the little thing removed, it's holding and doing right. So I don't know if like those things can get clogged. I mean, there's nothing like to get clogged in them. So it's weird, but maybe there's like when you use distilled water, so there shouldn't be any like mineral deposits that would get stuck in it type of thing. I don't know, but if I have to remove that little thing, it's so be it. It still works and is fine. So you can also get one of those little stick humidity gauges and set one in there and see if the gauge is... No, so the gauge I think is fine. The gauge is fine. I just don't know what that other thing is called. I am well just staying in the old bedroom while waiting for the next for noon to wait. Hold on. I am well just staying in the old bedroom while waiting till noon. Why are you waiting in the old bedroom? What's wrong with the new bedroom? I'm confused. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Populano, and now I have friends in the Resistance, and Alice has you in the Science. Oh, your room is old. Oh, like a reference, like, oh, I'm just staying in the old bedroom type of thing. That's what you're saying. I see. Sometimes that's why text doesn't really come through. But before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend. And when I see her like this, I can't help but stop worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs. Alright? You have nothing to worry about. Serially. Oh, and I'm add props. Thank you. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I best be off. See you in Alamigo. Toodles. It would have been hilarious if she just like yeeted herself into the water and went swimming away or something. That would have been great. All right, back on in. And I do really like the you know, after your sprint is all done, the jog feature. Very nice. Very nice. What are we rocking for frame rate? This thing, I was just gonna say. I wonder if that Nvidia thing really sucks her out. Of course, you can show me back on end. So you have the rest of this patch and most of the next until the next story thing. Wait, is there another patch after the current one I'm on? Or are you meaning like the thing I'm in now is like a patch and then there was another patch that added on there? Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone's assembled, so let us begin. There are 2 more patches. Well, shit. They're both really short. Okay.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri, and correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea.
Have you guys cracked the AC yet for you guys, Miss Rainbow
'Tis
Sparkle?
plain no single nation can
I would say
stand
like
against the
today,
might
outside of like a couple of weird days at the beginning of May, like today is like a weird humid day, even though like yesterday was far warmer. I don't know, it's a little weird.
And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom.
Your mom
So,
just turned it on.
I
Okay,
mean
yeah.
to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
I'm so excited for you to finish these up, though. You'll be starting Shadowbringer soon. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Like, unfortunately, I want to get... I think the problem was Final Fantasy 12. I'm really going to take a little bit of a step back, I think, and focus on finishing something and not having too much. Like, as much as I love variety, I think I sort of shot myself in the foot there a little bit. And just, too much on my plate, I think, at the moment. And then that really just ate it away of like, oh, I don't play this for a couple weeks and then I miss it and then I forget what's going on, for crying out loud. So I really think at least getting back into the habit of playing this once a week, I think that's a good starting point, and then sort of going from there.
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Asian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis,
It is so
he
funny.
once strove to unite the
Like,
fractured
again.
city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
You can see like Lord Hian's jacket and then comparing it to Y'shtola, like in real time, like this little part of her armor right there, like that actually looks legit reflective. Like, this all looks really nice. Not so much pixelation, a little bit on the jacket type of thing, but this whole thing looks really nice. And, obviously her hair and face looks good too. And then you get to him and
your wisdom.
just screams the pixelation. It could just be that like the colors too, like he's very much of a brighter color than maybe the armor and the sparkles of that maybe change it up a little bit.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships.
No
Lots
shit.
And lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
You just applied for an absolute Hail Mary of a position. You and hundreds of others. I mean, the fingers and toes got to be crossed, right? You don't know unless you try, right?
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual.
It's a brand designer
Something
position at
about the surrounding land
PlayStation.
struck
Oh
me as
my.
odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal
Do you ever
residue was
think, though,
uncannily
with,
similar to that of Azizlar? Identical, in fact.
Do you think of just like you said, you and hundreds of others? I think there's a large amount of people who just see anything that pops up on something like that they love, PlayStation, Microsoft, X, whatever, right? A brand position, like something like you're saying. I would assume, I'm only assuming here, I would say half those people that apply to that have zero experience or knowledge of the actual job. It's just that they see something, like they read it and they go past of like what type of experience they want or what they're looking after, and then they're like, oh, I could do that, but they don't actually know how to do that. And so, like, you know, obviously, as long as your thing hits all of the spots, your resume and whatnot, and in your application, you can back it up. Then, you know, you just get thrown to the other side. Like, I would assume so. Like, because I remember, like, when I was younger, I would look at stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, like, how do you get your foot in the door and something like that? And you'd read and you'd be like, oh, well, I could do that. But, like, then I'd come down and, like, oh, do you know how to use blank, blank, blank? And I'd be like, I don't even know what the fuck that is, type of thing. But, you know, you still hit that apply button anyways. And, of course, you don't hear anything back. But, like, you know, they still got to weed through those people. And hello, Lothars. How are you, my friend? Good morning to you. I do think Biscuits is making it up. I mean, if anyone was going to be a nun at a nunnery, that is what they do, right? They would say that they're going for a brand designer at PlayStation, right? I think that's more than fair.
For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that
well, it sounds like you have too much experience then, Miss Biscuits. This is going to be an entry level, and you are going to, you know, no. The amount of times I've heard that crap. This is an entry level job, and we need 30 years of experience, but we're going to pay you $25K a year, okay? No time off.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Az's La was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable
Well,
even to an Agrius-class battleship.
That could be good. That could be good. I assume remote position. I assume that's what you're mostly still going for, right?
It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
You sent an unsolicited, hi, hello, this would be my dream job, please love me message to one of their graphic designers on LinkedIn. And a titty pic, right? Follow that up with that. Is that how that works? I don't use LinkedIn. It's just like, it's like Facebook for workers, right? Thank you, Lothars. You know, when you magnify it that close in,
but even if we
might not even be able to tell the
such an
difference.
energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the
I'm doing okay, Lothars. How's the how are the fires out your way? Are they getting settled down? Are they I feel like I'm in a Legend of Zelda game. I mean, it's not as bad as it was last year, but I feel like I'm seeing the blood moon every once in a while. But I think the winds are sort of coming this way.
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanastre, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By
Rabanastre?
As a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region.
He's talking about where we're in Final Fantasy 12.
If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution.
So I like Alliance
Even assuming
raids?
the generator still
Is that
functions,
PvP?
raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy.
I've never done anything PvP.
And few
24-man
places are so
team
bereft of
raids.
suitable crystals
Jeez.
as the burn.
Oh, it's not. It's not PvP. It's like the Crystal Tower we all did. Oh, okay. Is that like the end-all thing? I guess that we're sort of getting into that problem of like, is there 20 other people that are willing to do this story content, or do we just have to like go into it to see the story? Oh, it's not a requirement. Okay.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the
Are
sky?
these like, I remember like when I played World of Warcraft, and again, like I was probably, I think it was Cataclysm when I was doing my raiding, like, you know, legit raiding. But anytime like I wanted to see the old stuff, like I mean, you know, you take your level 100 and go and do the old stuff. Is that something you can do in this game? Like, could I go into the old raids and solo them? Like, you know, just unsync yourself? No? Oh, that's unfortunate.
A curious question. Besides Az's Law, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall
The
triggered
8-man
calamity.
raids, yes? Okay. So I guess that's a thing like in,
Occasions, you say. Then I believe I may have a
for World of
solution to our
Warcraft,
enigma.
is it 2 or 3? I think there's only 2. I think there's a 10-man and then a 25-man, but they're essentially both the same thing. So either you either do it as a 10-man or a 25-man, and when you went to go do it, it would ask you like, oh, which one are you doing, type of thing. But you know, when you're, you know, level 100, it doesn't really matter. So Alliance raids rely on too many mechanics that require multiple people, but at the same time, I'm actually not sure. I've never tried to go in and slaughter the Crystal Tower at level 100. Maybe I'll science while you do it. I mean, it could, like, that was the thing too, like, there are still, and they might have changed now, in World of Warcraft, it wasn't that, like, that you couldn't beat a boss or something, but there would be a mechanic that would require physically more than one person to do something. So like, you know, if someone had to go and touch like a lantern, like let's say there's 2 lanterns on each side of the room, or 3 or 4, and each person had to turn them on, like you wouldn't be able to do that solo. And so like, you know, the boss would go into a berserk mode or just it would be an insta death type of thing. So I don't know if like there's those types of things, but like there were instances like that in World of Warcraft where like you could not do this by yourself. And I think they changed that later on. Like, just because people said, like, this is old content, was like, no one's out doing this, you know, unless they're doing it properly.
You do?
So you cannot unsync the Alliance raids. Okay.
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit.
But you can do that for the 8-man raids, right?
Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
A power in slumber. So yes, everything minus PvP, Alliance raids, and current content you can unsync to my knowledge. Okay. Well, it's settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Scions, Yuguri, and Hakurul. I'll leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I am no aetherologist, and what skills do I possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. And so, while you're away securing an energy source, I'll engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plans to succeed. I trust there are no objections? Have care in the burn. Have care on the steppe. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. Well, just the three of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 3 of us. You and I. Let's make our way for the reunion. Alright, where are we heading now? 406. See, every time I look at this, it's like we're not like in the area, but like to me, like that screams of like can't be too far. So with every expansion, do they then unsync the current content so that, you know, when the next one comes out after Dawn Trail, essentially people can just go and check that one out? Well, look who showed up. Hello. Oh, God. Fancy car. I mean, as much as I do love driving in a fancy car, it literally is just right here. It's just right here. But stop running me over, please. Just no cares in the world, eh? Yishatola of the rock and roll. Oh, Jesus! Though this is the Asm Step, tales do not do us justice. If you think the view's impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing it, since your first visit, permit me to show you to my favorite spot. I thought you had to go further. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, look, I could be one of those lazy people like in New York where I gotta cross the street or something and take a cab. So, you know, it's faster, but... Some beautiful stars.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Oh, no?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made
You have me
unto the
worried there,
heavens an
Biscuits.
offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens.
You ain't saying shit. All right.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens. I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here, we shall travel to Mol Ilo. There, we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. I was gonna help him out, but then I realized that it's not just a single fight. Oh God, the purple! Oh jeez. Oh gee. Am I supposed to get a ride here? Oh, I probably have to get off my chocobo. Let's go, Jeeves. just straight up north to Mololo, or wherever it looks like there's more quests. This is such... I mean, I haven't played Final Fantasy 15. Is this like the music that's in the car the entire time? It's such a weird... Like, it doesn't fit like a Final Fantasy. It's like some type of Western music or shit. Thank you for the ride, by the way. If you stick around and wait for me, I'll tip you on the way back. Ian, Bastion. Oh, I'm glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? It's some of it, but there's a bunch of good music. Okay. There's a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind a wayfaring soul. And you need that to protect our land. I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of this place where it lies buried? This northern crag? Snacky snacks are great. If that's what you wish. I mean, in the mountains to the north, there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to the source of Nama's power. There I believe you will find what you seek. Ah, yes, I know this place. There's a brisk walk from here, and what's your thoughts on the Alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no, and if we don't stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else to them. The pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed to propose such tribes as to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example, that's my concern. But it's by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere the risk you are of the followers of Nama. Might you not visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, you may then consider how best to earn their blessing. Oh, I thank you for your counsel. We'll do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. And though the mole may reign over the steppe today, that decision will shape days to come, and we would not force others into a war against their will. Nor are we. 100-fold stronger are those who choose to fight of their own accord. All right. The Will of the Moon. She's ready to put her skills to use. It seems that it's time to put our skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. How crooked we talking here? Like Enron crooked? Like Elon Musk crooked? Oh, jeez. Did you already grab Snackety Snack Snack? Now let's hit shotgun so I can start with the DJ music. To the north, please. Oh, God, would I have to, like, climb all up this or something? Terrible. Thank you again. Look at how convenient this game becomes when you just have a chauffeur for you.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
The steppe is very sprawling and much climbing, so it's easier to just fly, yes.
We are. This is an elegant artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azis La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
So quickly? Just like that? Here, have a look at some crystals. Okay, I'm done. Oh, it's so nice that my Uber driver's still waiting for me. I just know the second that I go to get up and start running over there myself, she's just gonna drive off. There we go. See? See, a little couple of fake coughs will get you there. I'm gonna end up having to slap myself out of that one, though. And just back on over to here. I guess I could have yeeted myself over here. I thank you. You found out what you seek, then. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not, less will suffice to protect our lands. The blessing of the other tribes will now be sought. Checking in. Sorry. Of course, but to which tribes should we appeal? You got an interview invitation to the Sony job? Oh, for another one. I was gonna say, like, those Sony people work quickly. That's still good, though. That's still very good. There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in the faith as the Dotharo. Their consent shall be the key. I thought that's what we were doing, was going to meet somebody. The Dotharo. Lee spoke to them. A warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. Since their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it'll be well worth the effort. The Dotharo fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Dotharo Ka and treat with the Khatun, Sadu. Are these any English words at all, half of these things? These damn things make any sense. Oh, are we rocking with the Chocobo this time? Where do I gotta go this time? Oh God! So I'll say my moment here though, of like, I don't know if it were like, if you go this way or if I go this way, do we still get, like, I haven't even unattuned to that, so maybe I should go to that. But like, if you drive through here, do I still get the map fulfilled? I don't know. It's weird to me that there's no currents here, or at least none nearby. I guess that's the way to think about it. It still fills it? Okay. Even if you're driving. I certainly would hope I'm not driving. I really gotta start playing this a little bit on my own to level up a couple of other classes. I need options. It's not that I'm sick and tired of Red Mage, but my only other fucking option right now is a Gunbreaker, and as much as I love that, I am not confident enough in my skills to be doing dungeons. Like, not new dungeons. I'm okay with old stuff, but... Is that the Aetheryte I need? I guess it would be. See, like, how on earth would you... Like, how would you get up there? Is there some type of, like, you know, go into that thing? No, that's just a cave. As the saber-toothed tigers. I don't know how I would get up there. Worry about it later. These are some big mama jamas here. You get there during story, thank you. What is my Gunbreaker at? Guard 67, I gotta work that up a little bit. Gunbreaker's at 70 as well. Alright, I'm gonna play a little bit of a triple triad against this person. Just a single game. Let's see what the recommended deck gets me here. Chaos, I have no idea what that means. Reverse. Well, I ain't going first. What does, oh god, there's like a time. Oh, and you're forcing my hand too. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Lower enough, god damn it. Heyo! Give me a card. The Mammoth card. Alright, now that I actually know what I'm doing, I guess you could really fuck around with them. Like I could just pick the absolute worst cards ever and win every time. It's weird that like I understand like what the recommended thing is, but it's a little weird that like you could have. I feel like you could recommend a deck to me that would be far better for the actual part we're playing. Alright. I did get one card, so... Succubus, Mammoth. Alright, Sadu. You again! Other matters demand our time, Kagan. Unless it's battle you seek. Alas not, quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They're the source of Nama's strength. To the Dotharo, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. Ah, you see the wisdom of our proposition then. You will join hands with us? I don't think it's that fucking simple. Oh, I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow, but for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely... I know this is funny to think about, but when she smiled there, has anyone seen like that Instagram reel of like where that little girl paints her face all black and then like goes and approaches like her mom who's like scrolling her phone in the dark, and then like when she goes and smiles, all you see is like the whites of her eyes and the teeth, and her mom freaks out. I know that's terrible. That's all I thought about when I saw. Oh, I'm going to battle, apparently. Can you imagine one of your kids did that, Lothars? That freak you the fuck out. And the Nadam ended ere it began. Outface you again, alone, without distractions. Don't talk shit on Sadu though. She's kind of. Oh, I am not throwing anything her way. She looks like she could dominate me in any which way. Well, this is not a wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Khatoon has made a choice. Shall we dance? It shall be a battle of steppe. Shall not soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the car. I will gather witnesses and join you. I think I'm going to switch to my gunbreaker for this, just to make life a little bit easier for myself. But I'm also going to be right back and go take a quick pee.
Committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending. You're
that tickled. Alright, we're back. So, looks like we're up for a fight here. So let's change up to... Where's my gunbreaker? I guess we'll find out. The level, the eye level, I guess is what you call it, is quite different. I'm missing a couple pieces. 276. I'll see. See how she feels. Oh, like, are you like... Just like, how far are you out there? Not too far. You couldn't do this like in town here, like... God damn... I really hate that. I think in these day and age, you know, games can be smart enough to realize, like, hey, we don't need to have the party person if they're nowhere near. Whichever. And now, I said this yesterday. I feel like they've done, like, it's only Wednesday. I feel like they have done garbage every fucking day this week. Today they're doing recycling.
I shall enjoy
like,
this Han.
They do it once a fucking week. What, like, what's going on?
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher.
She's definitely a
That is our way.
person who wears the
way
pants
of
in
rule.
relationships.
There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
So they're gonna like
Enough
test
talk.
my metal
It is
to see
time
if
fight.
I am worthy of having them as an ally. You beat Doom Eternal the other day. It was pretty good. All those Doom games are pretty good though, right? Like, again, I haven't really played them. I just see them. You know, they look good. Was it Zenzamax? They know what they're fucking doing, right? Which I guess is Microsoft. Oh god, what are you doing? Ow. Alright, that didn't go bad. Oh, is she going crazy? I knew it wasn't going to be so simple. Fuck off.
Death to our souls, sing.
the timing of that is okay. There we go. Again? Am I missing something against this wonderful woman? Come on, boys. Oh, God. Oh, that didn't work. There you go. It looks like she just keeps calling these things now. Great. No! Focus on her if possible. Okay. How many phases does this lovely woman have? I don't know, am I supposed to hit these doors now? Go for the walls here, okay. Alright, come on, wrap it up here. I don't even know what hit me there to, like, did I miss something? That certainly did not, she's got too much, I mean, was I not doing enough I mean, we're talking about a difference of 276 to, 363. Like, is that the difference? I was gonna make sure you close the gap to get a sticky situation. So let's give that a whirl. We'll go back to the red mage. And if worse comes to worse, we just pick easy. I thought it would be better if like oh, I mean, I was never really worried about being dead there, but God damn it. Survivability is usually best with a tank, but just some of these are just weird. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've had one of those, right? Like, just where they are weird. I do not like those.
In death to our souls sing!
Good little recovery there. Do I have a regen? I don't think I do. Mercury will give, yeah. I got that rocking. I got that rocking. That hurt. Alright. So now I gotta focus on those walls or focus on her. This is the interesting one. I mean, we're certainly doing a lot more damage here. Come on! Oh, she's still going. Alright, this is I'm assuming... Oh god. No! Oh, shit. Come on, get it off. Oh, I probably moved way too much. No! Oh, I know the option is there, but I hate choosing something easier. I do not have a melee DPS. This is sort of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. I do not have I don't have anything that's that level. My only 270s are Gunbreaker and Red Mage. Bard 67, that ain't gonna do. That is literally it. So, I mean, I did better with Red Mage. It's just probably just dipping it down to easy or whatever. Like, it doesn't change anything, right? You don't get anything different other than just everyone knows that I had to dumb it down to easy. How you doing, Luigi? Oh, you just do more damage. All right, well, let's see if... Oh, you stepped on my penis! That's the deal, yes. Everyone's stepping on everybody's penises, which is great. No, nothing wrong with that. I know. Yeah, the problem like when you're this, like, you know, you sort of have to make that decision, like, am I gonna finish my magic spell, or am I going to go out of my way to get out of the way? And you know, usually for a dungeon or for this, always the move is get the hell out of the way. Like, oh, you know, I think there's an old saying, you know, for a lot of these things of, like, you know, sure, DPS is great, but if you're dead, you can't do DPS. This one you have no healer, so the damage assistant. So I think I also at the same time I gotta just find her and focus on her. I don't know if the secret there before was still killing the walls. Or if like that, now we're not doing damage because I'm an idiot. So there are the walls. You gotta focus on the walls. Ow. All right. Tried to find some D&D books. I want to look through them. I found a 47 gigabyte. What? Oh, I just missed it. Come on. Please don't murder me. Even that was relatively, I had to keep my pants on. How many Dungeons and Dragons books are there
Not since the
nowadays?
Has my soul burned so.
I was relatively close there. I feel like probably one more go on normal I could have done it, but too many. That's how they get you, right?
Come, we have only just begun.
You on break right now, Luigi McSqueegee, or you done work today? Do you work today?
You were not granted leave to set the step ablaze.
Oh god, these people are all the colors of the rainbow here. Do I get your weapon, sir?
Well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Coroneer! I am busy!
Begone, thought.
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
Is this like her dad? Husband? Boyfriend? Girlfriend?
Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand.
The blessing.
You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land forget that
You're
all
off
now
today.
as
Very nice.
children are wards.
Oh,
of
I
the
remember you
origin.
said yesterday. You're
As
off
first
until,
among my brothers, your petition
like
is
Saturday or
mine
something, right?
alone to judge.
So you're just getting yourself all ready for the switch that you're hoping to get tomorrow?
These words are as wind from
Got all the
that
snacks
side.
ready.
Plentiful, but your accent's more sweet.
The drinks.
Let her speak for you.
Lothar, are you getting one too?
Insolent child, you will learn your place.
Going tonight, the midnight launch. Oh, Lord
Forgive
Ian.
me, brother
Thank you.
Magnai, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide
Staples
interruptions.
of all places. Wow.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment
I
on
do.
all.
I assume, like, with Nintendo and seeing all of, like, how exciting it is for a lot of people, like, and, you know, when do you think you'll be able to go into a store and properly get one? Like, you know, like, spur of the moment type of thing. You know, strolling on through, like, your Walmarts of the world. You literally think you'll be able to go on in tomorrow and just get one? Like, that's what I mean. It's like, after, like, I don't think on do you think there's gonna be enough to cover? Really? Okay. I was sort of under the impression that, like, I thought, like, maybe they wouldn't have enough, but I've heard both ends of it, to be honest. So this is the worst part of the game. Great. Another duty.
The sun is in good.
I have to ask.
You may dance alone.
I assume this is another part of the duty. If I fail this part, do I have to fight her again?
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power
Prepare
and
my
the glory
anus.
of
Ooh.
Azim.
Lothar's get the lube. Dip myself in a 50-gallon bucket of
Sticking at each
KY.
other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Alright, assume the position. Defeat Magnai the Older. Is there a Magnai the Younger? I will fight Y'shtola. Oh, for fuck's sakes. So now I don't like this. You play the whole time as somebody else, and then then it throws to you like, oh, by the way, now you're not. What do we got? Okay, we got one attack, another attack, and then a heal, and then restore MP. All right. I probably did not want to attack this man. Damn it, people. Do I have to heal Mr. Bobby Heenan?
Bow down before me!
Oh god. Oh, come on! Oh, well that fucked me. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this.
Mark well and learn. Concentrate.
Oh god. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep him alive or not. Oh my god. Oh, and I have no MP. Fantastic. Oh my god! You were so right. You were so right. Oh my god. This better not kill me.
Bow down before me!
You know, this is getting real old here.
Tremble before the sun!
He's like sitting on like...
Let us be about it.
Actually, fighting the other woman was a little bit more frustrating, but I'm assuming I've sort of hit the spot where either I didn't do enough or... Oh god. Oh god, what do I have to do here? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? He stole his time to shine. Oh god, you want me to do this more? Thank god! Holy cow. Whew! No, I really think that that lube from you there, Lothar's, really played the part. Are we acting like as if we don't know what was going on?
felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Nama's power is yours to wield.
Did you ever do that part there, Luigi? Have you played this far or no?
What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy.
I read that WWE is not necessarily all done with all of their releases.
It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and
People are
respect
reading
to
into
the
that.
strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength.
I think The
sun
Miz is
shall
next.
answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
It sucks that those are the staples of the organization. I don't get them releasing someone like that. I mean, I don't either. Maybe the Miz thing is a little bit being put
Why?
into it of like maybe he's mad that because they released a friend of his, R-Truth, so he's just removing the, you know, because he removed all of the stuff on his socials about anything mentioning of WWE, right? But I would also assume that if the Miz was released, it would have been released already, right? But at the same time, like I'm trying to say, like I haven't watched since WrestleMania. I'm actually sort of just catching up now, and comically enough, so I'm at the Raw after WrestleMania, and here's Carlito with Dominic. But it's yeah, like that's the thing. I don't want things to get lost into that. Like if the Miz's contract, which apparently I thought I read from Meltzer, which take it or leave it for what it is, I think he still has like almost another year. But what was the last thing the Miz was in? Like, what is he still on anything? Like, I haven't seen him in a little bit. Like, I know he's a good talker and, you know, he does a lot of good PR. But, like, is he on, like, if that's their approach of just, like, if he's not really doing anything, then why are they keeping him on the roster type of thing? He's in a thing with Carmelo on SmackDown. Mello don't Miz. Okay.
Are you my Nama?
What is the reference here of Nama?
I beg your pardon?
Okay, great. She doesn't know either.
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's
He'll tell me.
love.
All right. He kind of like a tag team, but they're doing things for Carmelo to further himself as well. Okay.
Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain.
Maybe I got a little lucky with that fight of when I set it to easy. Maybe it set him to easy as well, and it just made it simple. I mean, it wasn't a... She was a harder fight than he was. The annoying part was I didn't know whether or not I had to heal Heian or not, or whatever. Like, you know, a little bit more. Her fight was more running around, worrying about obstacles. His wasn't too bad.
Now, look into my eyes. Could it be?
Is this the...
Could you be?
Is that the class that Wolfslayer plays as?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Oh, shut down. Oh, dude. I hated it because I don't want to play as a healer, and I loathe when this game makes you play as anyone. Right, I said that just as soon as it happened. I'm like, this is the second time that I can remember of like, sure, I get it, it's important, but I chose my character and made my character. I don't want to play as Y'shtola. If I wanted to play as Y'shtola, I would have made a cat girl, as a healer, right? Like, I don't like when a game does that.
Little?
I don't think you'll ever recover from this.
Little son! Little son!
Oh no!
Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache?
Oh
Fire
no!
to sear the wound in your heart?
Not again.
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
I was just gonna be like, oh yes, please just tell me like we're good to leave here. Yeah, like this ain't our fight anymore. We're good. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, how you doing, Ara? Oh, you had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magnite too. Such a fierce battle that must have been, and yet here you stand, triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The Mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with our being. I know I wasn't really too feeling it, but Lothars, I think you're a Final Fantasy Tactics fan. I have a feeling that at the PlayStation State of Play that we might be getting a Final Fantasy Tactics remaster, which I would love to see. I would love to see. I always every time try to go back and play that on Launchbox, like the PSP one, which is a little bit better, and then the PlayStation 1, it runs a little bit better on the emulator, but still it's hard to go back to those old games. And especially when you hear such, like, you never really hear an overly terrible thing about those games type of thing. But they're just the test of time doesn't do it. Like, I would love, like, just give it to me updated. Would love it. Yeah, and 9 would be great to hear about as well. That would be great to hear. Well, God's willing. Many more will rally to our cause, and I shall send you word when we have answers from all of the tribes. I can't thank you enough, Syrian. None of this would have been possible without you. The Nvidia leak keeps paying off. I mean, but that Nvidia leak is like, what, 3 years old now? Like the one at least about Final Fantasy. I can't remember if Tactics was mentioned in the same leak, or if it was a different leak. Like 9, the 9 one, I remember. Tactics, I remember being mentioned maybe within the last year or so of the possibility of it getting a remaster. Oh my god, we're gonna get another angry face. Tactics and 9 were both mentioned. Okay. Do you feel like, me as a Final Fantasy fan, and relatively speaking, I'm a fan of tactic games. Do you feel like they could release both relatively near each other? Like, I feel like they're two different enough games that people would get one or the other, or get both. But I do understand of like, well, how do you release two Final Fantasy games like at the same time without thinking you're going to confuse people? I don't know. Yeah, or maybe do like Tactics in September and then do 9 like at a proper holiday release, like a December. If you wanted to really take advantage of that. Well, we have the requisite consent. It's time to put Nama's power to use. If the ether flows as planned, and all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work in the ruins, come, let's return to the House of the Crooked Coin. I am hoping, as a lover of having not played other than the first part of 7 Remake, I really hope the 9 Remake doesn't go that far. 9 has a charm to it that I don't want to see like what they did to 7. I want to see them keep the, you know, the active time battle system, the clean up the graphics a little bit, you know, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I think I want to say like I saved this. It was on my Twitter, and I remember this guy had done, he was very clear. So he had done like the very beginning of Final Fantasy IX, like the Alexandria part and whatever. Basically like the very beginning of the game. And he sort of had like some designs of characters and then was very like adamant. I think his name's Dan Ender or something. ENDER or something like that. And I think like he put out a video of like the very first beginning of like just cleaned up. I don't know if it uses Unreal 5 or whatever. That would be up to date with what they're using now anyways. But that was sort of like what I would like to see about it. Like you kept the charm, you made everything look pretty, you hit all the marks of like, you know, upping the resolution and, you know, making sure like you got your widescreen. I mean, I've played it with the Memoria Project mod, which is great. So, you know, just to think of like if it would do just a little bit more than that would be great. You dislike 9 in a few ways. Hey, interesting. Interesting. I mean, you know, obviously the last time we played it on stream, but beyond that, like the last time I played that was, you know, when it was on the PlayStation originally. How on earth, like, here's my, like, how on earth do you get the fuck up there? Where's my Uber driver? The game itself is meh. So let me ask you this, because I always think of like, you know, 9 is the return to like old Final Fantasy. Like, you know, 7 was a little bit, 8 was very different, and then 9 was like, no, let's go back to having proper classes, proper 4 people, like, you know, that's how we're going to approach this. So I could certainly see how it might not be people's favorite thing if they weren't interested in that style. Yeah, I would say so too. It's hard to get away from 7 and my love for 7. I do love me 8 though. Like I would honestly say like it's probably 7, 9, 8 for me. 7, 9, 8, 10 for me. I shall begin at once. Please take a step back. It's not the style, it's just a weak game overall. Okay. Six, 10, 7, then 8 for yourself. No wrong answers here, folks. No wrong answers. I've never played 6, never had the pleasure. We'll get there. We'll get there. I've never, again, 6 is another one of where I've never heard a bad thing. I think maybe after Pokemon, I might start Final Fantasy 2 again. Or not again, but I mean start that. Because I did enjoy my time with 1, and the pixel remasters do make it nice and easy to approach. You know, no worry about grinding, no worry about being, you know, having to waste time doing a lot of stuff. I think the reason I'm a little iffy about 9 is that if I compare it to old Final Fantasies, it falls apart for me, or if I look at the games of 4 and then it falls... Yeah, like, that's a fair assessment, Lothars, because... I don't know the reasoning why Square decided to make 9 the way they did. Because, like I said, you know, 1 to 6 are all their own thing, right? Like, and then 7 was like, you know... 7, I still think, even to this day, you can't compare it to anything. It was just such an important game for so many people. It just came out just at the right time for so many people that it's hard to get away from it, right? And then 8, like I said, 8, because 7 sold so well, 8 was an allowance of them trying to be different, you know? And on the first take, a lot of people don't like it, but like, as I said, when I went back and played it, I really enjoyed my time with it. And then 9 was again sort of that weird thing of like, someone somewhere in Square was like, we need to go back to our roots, you know, back to the beginning. And I don't know if that's where it falls off for some people, because like you said, it's not quite old Final Fantasy. And there's nothing relatively new about it, like when you compare it to 7 or 8, there's no futuristic stuff to it. But obviously it's a little bit of fanfare, I would say, is what my take would be. For 40 minutes of a state of play, there isn't too much Sony can do to wow you. I'm in your Luigi Nintendo phase, but I can't think of much to redeem my PS5. Well, we were just talking, I think, just before you came in, like, if Tactics is getting a remaster, 9 is getting a remaster, like, is that enough? Like, I don't think that's enough. But you have to remember, like, it's unfortunate that GTA 6 got delayed. Because obviously that thing will sell systems. I mean, I won't buy a PlayStation 5 or a new Xbox because of Grand Theft Auto, but it's close. Like, Grand Theft Auto is one of those games that absolutely people buy systems for. So I maybe that threw them off. I'm sure they were in talks with Rockstar in regards to it, of like that it was going to be delayed, and it may have screwed around some things, but yeah, like I remember us saying that. Like, I remember when they said like, oh, like here's the date, but I was just like, wait, they did a date beforehand? Like, I don't remember that. But I have enough trust in Rockstar to put out a good game. Generally, you know, when you're putting out 2 games every 10 years, they tend to do it right.
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Like, I feel like a state of play, obviously they're not going to announce. I think Sony probably quietly canceled their handheld system. I don't think that's smart of them to do so. Xbox might still do one, but you know, I think it's very reactionary. Microsoft, I only see a point of them doing it is because you have like the one that DJ has, I can't remember what it's called, the Legion Go, I think, and then you have the Ross Ally. Like, those are window-based handhelds. Like, if Microsoft can do it right, sure, but Sony, unless it's a miniature PlayStation 5 and not like the Vita where you just make off-end games that are partial games, maybe. Like, they make good that's the problem. Sony makes good hardware. Like, their handheld is a good, you know, their last one, like the Vita was a good piece of hardware. It just, you know, they didn't have the software to back it up. Microsoft supposedly canceled theirs to improve Windows. Do you wonder that if they... Oh, I was gonna say, like, I haven't played with a Legion Go or a Ross. I haven't seen. You know, Gersman complained about. I believe it was the ROG. I could be wrong. He traded it and he didn't like it. I wonder, like, did they notice like there isn't much we can do with Windows to make it run well portably? But then, like, they have tablets and shit that I would assume run okay on, but I don't know. It's okay, but Windows is a pretty bad experience. Yeah, and that would be the problem, right? Like, I think that's what I think that's why people appreciate the Steam Deck, is that it's Steam OS. Sure, you can put Windows on it, but it's meant to do one thing, and it just does that. Sort of like that's exactly why the Switch works so well, is don't overcomplicate it, right? Which is, I think, the problem is like what Microsoft probably figured out was that it's like, you know, we want it to play games, but we need to give people to do something else if they want, and then that's where you lose people. Like, that's where you probably have the developers going like, no, like, just make it play games. Don't stop trying to overcomplicate a handheld system. Just, it's for games. And, you know, someone at Microsoft's going like, no, but people might want to do this, and that's where it ends up. And it's probably someone higher up saying like, no, you have to have this feature work. This is important. And then they realize like, well, it's going to run at 20 frames per second then, if you need this thing to work. And then they're like, well, let's fix Windows. I don't know. Because isn't October, I don't know if anyone here is still using Windows 10. But isn't October like they shut off like Windows support or something to Windows 10 or something? I don't know if that like means anything if you're still using it. Like, does that, like, I don't think that means your computer's going to shut down, but I think that means like you're not getting any more Windows updates, and then if there's games or programs that people use that require those new Windows updates, I assume that means it's not working anymore, right? July, we were supposed to have our work PC to Windows 11. Yeah, that's going to be a simple update though. Like, I assume for like you're working, same for, you know, same at my place, you know, if and when they decide to do that, it's more reliant upon what programs you use. Like, you know, they just send it out over a server and, you know, tell everyone, all right, shut your computer down for 10 minutes. And, you know, they look at these things, they know what they're doing. Your stepfather had to upgrade his 2 computers, helped him build one last weekend, and we're doing another this weekend. Now, are they just like sort of like work computers, or does he play games? Did you throw a couple of 5090s in there, or what? I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Bastion, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may have already returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Alright, where are we heading now? Too far away. Where are we heading here? Oh my god. I have a closing motto for the end of your streams now. What is it? Did you steal from Kenny Omega as well? Oh god, I didn't want to get off that. No, let's get a mount roulette. They're what he uses in the garage. He uses for his web surfing and playing solitaire. My mom does simple online games with it, so they're running some. Okay, that's nothing wrong with that. And of course, I get some weird mount that I don't even know what this is. Still upgrading the 8 gigs of VRAM for the video cards, but equivalent to a 1080 or a 1060. Okay. I mean, wasn't the 1080 just relatively replaced as like the most used card on Steam, like not too long ago? I think now the 3060 is the most used card. I mean, when graphics cards are now so much goddamn money, you know, people are gonna hold on to whatever works now. This poor bird, all he wants to do is fly. He cannot fly. don't know why you fell off, but sure. How is there no nearby currents, but I can't fly? Like, maybe, you know, I know I'm not doing some side quests that I'm sure have the ether currents to have those things, but geez Louise. And what was the thing on the side quests? How did you know that they were an ether current? What was it about them that, was it the plus button or the plus thing that's on them? Like if I'm looking at these, it's the plus thing that means something, right? Like, because you have your normal side quests, and then you have these ones that are like, these have these plus things or something. Someone mentioned it before, and I can't remember what it was. Okay, so an ether current would count as a quest reward, I guess is the way to look at it. So it could be any one of those. And then also, I do believe it may not say it. Was it achievements? No. There was a way of looking them up to see like what quest would have what. I can't remember how you looked up the ether stuff. Travel, ether currents. Yes, this. And then you just click on the area, and then it tells you like so. If I was to click on the fringes, oh, that's not what I want. But so like some of these are by foot, which means that you get them just by traveling, I guess. And then the ones with the quest. And I guess if it's in the red, that means I haven't got them yet. Hi. Take it away there, Skipper. Oh, is sprint instant now too? Alright. Let me on in there, please. So what are the odds that I finish this up today? See, god damn it, Netflix, I don't want to... Okay. When's Netflix going to figure this out? Trying to catch myself up on Raw, and they're going to play... They went from playing the April 21st one to the June 2nd. Like, come on now. Play them in order, Netflix. You used to be good at this. How long I got? Usual stream time, at least, another couple hours, 2.5 hours maybe. Depends how many rants I do. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim step? Indeed, we've secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Stay focused. See, that's the important thing, right? Staying focused. Good. Tataru and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out at the burn at a moment's notice. You only need to say the word. Thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yuguri, Hakuro, how fared are you with our neighbors? Oh, my lord, all the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talking of alliance. From Hingashi and Suisui Sato, and however, we received outright rejections. The former won't break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in the conflict. Just as we expected then. Well, there's naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that we are amenable to an alliance, I'll personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses, for the time being at least. All of which means, if I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yuguri, Akuro, you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. That guy is giant. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. You should have arrived in the Alamigan Quarter by now. Well, then let us keep him waiting, shall we? Yep. It's over my 1,000 limit. Oh, let me fly, dang nabbit. Probably went the wrong way. God dang it, I did it again. Oh. One thing I will say, and I know I can fix it, and it's not like my eyesight, but one thing that's tough to get rid of because I'm so used to everything looking relatively bigger is like with the resolution change is like text and everything. Like I know I can make things bigger, and it's not like it's clear, but I'm like, am I fighting the bigger urge to like, you know? It's just like when you like up the text on your cell phone, you know you're getting old, right? Y'shtola has told me all, and I duly told Yaranger and Kryle. Kryle in particular was concerned about Alphinaud, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being, on the condition that I contact her the moment there's any development. So, that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Our involved is here to assist with security. Incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task, another one missing? Alphinaud, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourself to the guardsman at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. I feel like this is something I need a beer for. Let's go. Now. There we go. Distraction number 1, right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Where's that Cartesian cat? I know she's in Japan, but it's unacceptable. Sure, it might be midnight over there, but she's got one job. And that's to show up to my streams every day and remind me to drink. Because we all have reasons to drink. Right? Right. Cheers, my friends. Stay thirsty. Or not. Upon proceeding to the royal palace, several cutscenes will play in sequence. See, I knew this was going to be a bunch of cutscenes. And it's recommended you set... See? All Trails had to do yesterday was this. It's all they had to do. That's all they had to do. Now, to take it one step further, and to give a little bit of credit to Trails, there was a fight involved. But I think an hour should have been enough. Like, I would have the same thing here. I would read this, and I was like, okay, I have an hour left to play. I would look at this and go, oh, that's that's sufficient time. If games were to go just that touch further, just a touch further, I would like them to put an actual timetable. Put right there, like, you need to set aside 35 minutes. Whatever it is. That would be how I would improve games from a development point of view for that type of stuff.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
How do I turn on the automatic thing? There we go. Now I can truly enjoy my beer.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Dorma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Like, no bottles of wine on the table or
We
anything?
must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends, let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
You know what's one thing, Lothars? I have myself a pint, a tall can, and I got the giant bomb pint glasses.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald,
And yet they don't hold
I
a
dared
whole
to
pint.
dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways.
Flagrant false advertising.
If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
What?
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river.
He's not
thence
dead.
To the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed.
He went out
All here
to check
felt
something
their
in the
blighted
burn.
touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed
And,
upon
their
me the
ship
secrets
crashed.
of summoning, as they have so many others before and since.
But some like
While
bounty
they
hunter
remain,
came and rescued him.
We shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it.
So we don't know where he is,
Our
but
enemy
me as
parades about
the
Xenos'
player
skin poses problems
knows
in
where he
itself,
is.
but
Like me.
to them,
Yeah, I'm
how are
Jordan,
we to
not my
infiltrate the
character, like
Empire
not the Warrior of
and get
Light. No one
closer
knows
to
where he
strike?
is, except for me. Luigi was wondering where Alpha Node was,
While I see
and just assumed he was dead.
the Asians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
So I just want to ask, just so I'm like up to date here. Everyone here knows that Alpha Node is missing. He went off to go to the burn. They went to the burn, couldn't find him. Like I said, I as the player know that he's okay, but he went off with some bounty hunter. Like some bounty hunter came and said, hey look, this area is not safe, come with me and we'll be okay. So him and a little bit of the crew that was on the airship that he was on are with this bounty hunter. I don't think they ever mentioned his name, but anyways, he came and he took them. So these people, like this group here, so they've sort of moved past that, right? Like we've gone to the burn, we looked and found the wreckage, but they don't know where he is. So now we're onto the part of where like we went to see if Xenos's corpse was in the grave, and it wasn't. There was an old corpse missing. And Xenos appears with the Imperials and shit's still going down with the Garleans and whatnot. So I think that's what they're discussing now. Is not that like, I don't know if like I'm myself asking the question of like, the Garleans don't have Alpha Node, or at least not that. I don't think that's the way it appears. Are they under the impression that the Garleans have something to do with where Alpha Node currently is? Or have they, like, are they just like, nah? Again, this could be answered in about 6 seconds. I just like to have these little breakdowns of figuring out of where these go. Like, you know, we don't get these people together this often type of thing, so.
It does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Uh-oh.
That way. Sorrow.
No, not at the moment.
History must be changed.
It is almost summer. I'll turn it back. I haven't taken a look at some of those things in a while, so I should probably turn a couple of them back on. Who is this?
Ahead looms a calamity.
You're supposed to hold on to those P points until you have 1,000,000 and make me replay Final Fantasy XIV from the beginning.
Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
What's your number you're at right now, Lothars?
Spies in our midst. Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
180k ain't bad.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Is it over?
So more...
Master Thancred!
Not just me suffered from that.
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
What?
Swiftly!
What the fuck just happened to him?
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Did he, like, see the same thing I did?
Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds.
Okay,
Did you
sounds like he did.
experience the same
He had
thing?
the same thing I saw, or worse.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian La Hebrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Is what he dealt with separate from like when like the crystal would call me? Because those always felt like out-of-body experiences as well. I just tried to call Yorange on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possessed some knowledge of we do not. Ah, Yorange. Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed, and its embodied voice suddenly started... What? But that... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Yorange. You heard the voice too. In Thamalan? It's we alone we afflicted in the meeting. I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Yorange, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer, with all possible haste. We've learned Endure. Prelude in Violet. Alice is eager to rendezvous with Yorange. Yorange agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any others heard the voice, we'll soon find out soon enough. Good luck! I should get back at the meeting with the Elder Seedseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you let me know, alright? Promise me. Right. Let's be on our way.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Cat jam.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray
I feel
no
like
evidence of
Thancred is having like a Cloud from Final Fantasy VII moment, like when he was like, you know, had the Mako overload.
If the same phenomenon is being observed,
Throw
in multiple
Thancred into a
locations on
wheelchair,
opposite sides of
wheel
the
him
world, we may
around, he'll
safely
find
discount
himself
regional
eventually,
factors.
right?
Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Just sort of like a Weekend at Bernie's thing.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to. The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Uh-oh. Not you too. Oh God.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
All right. My mittens are still on.
No, this can't be happening!
Oh, for fuck. God damn it.
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again.
Fucking Thanos
Please.
strikes again.
Not again!
I don't feel well, Mr. Stark. Don't worry, folks, it's TV. They'll be okay. Next episode. It's as if it never happened. I have never seen that emote that you just used ever in my life. Like, what is that? Is that someone with a terrible haircut? Forgive me, but that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here could have behaved any differently. Well, I know, like, the one with the crazy hair for the Totally, but the other one... Morty. I've never seen that one ever. Oh, I didn't recognize it was Horny Boulder. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Though given the circumstances, it would best seem to observe them together. I would send word to Lys that we should be brought there. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Somewhere out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus we'll rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Horty. That we will. But first things first, our comrades have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa Lominsa. He's been waiting at the Maelstrom command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Sure. Alright, let's get on over to Limsa Lominsa. Toodles, horny boulder. Toodles. I gotta say, I was not expecting any of this to be holy. Limsa Lominsa never fails to impress. What the fuck is going on? For fuck's sake. Why does no other fucking city-state have this? Why is it this place? This is the type of thing that everyone's worried about when they play an MMO. You know, they're worried about their wife or their parents walking on in and like, what are you doing? Because Limsa's the armpit of the world. I mean, wait, are you telling me that Limsa Lominsa is the Hamilton of Final Fantasy XIV? Because I absolutely would expect this. Oh, just walking. This is what you get walking down Barton Street. So, when I read something like this, and I look at this, everyone is called Weeboo Traveler. Is this all one person? If Hamilton has a bunch of really pale weirdos out in their skivvies, then yes. I mean, I've seen some shit. In the hammer, as we call it. I love that the thought is like, okay, like this is underwear, but like at first glance, I thought this underwear was like assless underwear, and I was like, what are we doing here? Feel blessed to be on the worlds that's visited by the Weebo police, though these dudes go everywhere. Oh, are they? I have never seen these people, ever. So they go out everywhere? So I should feel privileged. Or blessed. Alright, I fucking love this game every once in a while. I really do. I really do. Fuck me. Oh god. Yeah, they'll visit random Limsas all over the place and just stand around for a while. Oh, so they go to like different servers and whatnot? That is still hilarious to me. Okay. But so are they all different people? Like, or is that one person's like account? They all had like the same name. Fuck, what a It's gonna get me banned when you think it's one per. Jeez, the dedication, right? The absolute dedication. Good for them. As you've probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring us to him. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit him as often as I can, and what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit him again. It's difficult to explain. What the fuck?
Here he is, my lady.
Goddamn hobgoblin. That's to anybody that's questioning, that's Asmongold. The fucking hideous hobgoblin himself. This thing. I think this guy actually showers more
It's been too long.
than Asmongold does. Looks cleaner for sure. Don't speak ill of Gabu. Sorry, yeah. It's Lurk. It's Lurk. Not Lurking. Oh, she's streaming as well? Can someone give her an exclamation shout out, if possible? I can't do it from my multi-chat thing. And I don't know if anyone else can do it, so I might just... Well, you gotta fucking put their name, for Christ's sakes. I don't know if that worked. God damn it.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
Did that work, Biscuits? I would assume it did, because I don't know why he would say no. My thing, okay, because my multi-chat doesn't really spit out whether things work like that, so it's weird. But thank you, Miss Biscuits. I appreciate that. Yeah, give her a good follow, folks. Support each other.
I see. You're still fighting.
I am so sorry I ever compared you to Asmongold, Gabu. You were a million times more than that.
I'm proud of you.
Never judge a book by its cover, folks, right?
We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet.
And I will say, my friends, if you're here,
with the three of us,
give Luigi McSqueegee
does it not
a follow as well. He's trying to get affiliate.
Of the stars,
if you haven't done so already, he needs some follow numbers to get on in there so he can make pennies on the dollar like I do. Not a problem, friend.
I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now.
You know what I gotta say? I really do appreciate, because I think I asked this very early on when we were playing the game, maybe a little bit through A Realm Reborn and what's the second one? Heaven's Ward. I was always saying, like, you know, it always seemed like the stories always sort of revolved around Alphino. Like, Alice was there, but, like, sort of seemed like a, you know, always quiet, never really said anything. And it's good to see, like, now that Alphino is off missing, like Waldo, Alice is getting a time to shine, and you can certainly see that she does shine. It's great to see. She's not just a mute.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You don't have to bear this burden alone.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
That we do. That was a nice little spot there. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Rising Stones. Back there to Revenant's Toll. Been a while since we've been here, that's for sure. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori's right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Menphilia had a wealth of connections between them. I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone. Mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some on it for the good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphnode to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversary, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone's playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Now, not that I'm like overly feel like I'm close or not close or whatever. Did they change putting credits again after the end of the patch? Like, how will I know I'm starting the next expansion? Okay.
Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Because, you know, I need to know if I need to have another bev, you know, like we always do when we end something. I got something I can enjoy.
A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me?
I mean, shit's getting good.
Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool.
So you've got 2 patches to go yet, but they're relatively short with 1 dungeon run in the middle. 7 quests in total. Wait, there were patches that were like 3 quests long and 4 quests long? With a dungeon in the middle? Wow, that really is short. I mean, I don't know if we'll wrap that up in an hour, but good to know we're close. Good to know we're close.
When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate?
Yeah, I'll have to, like, Friday I will... I don't think I'll have my son. So I'm coming off of night shift, so I'll try to aim for like a 10-ish start, but like I can't play, like I got friends of ours there, their mom passed away quite some time ago, so they're finally sort of doing something for them, like a celebration of life type of thing. So I got that in the afternoon to go to. So sort of, I think like that's like at 1. So like, sort of doesn't like, that's why I sort of said I might do some Pokemon later in the evening on Friday or whatever. Like there was no guarantee of something, but like I'll see like how I feel. Like if I'm not too tired after a night shift on Thursday night and I can just roll into something maybe at 10 a.m. or whatever, then I might play a couple hours and then we can wrap it up, and then that might work out. So
our enemy is resourceful. Though victory
several
is certain
lines
now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
In order to do that properly, Biscuits, I need to find a $100 American bill, because that's how you have to snort it, right? The Canadian bills won't do it justice. It's got to be green money, and the only green money we have is a $20 bill. That ain't gonna do it.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back.
This guy is just hiding behind the throne. Several lines will have you wanting to prune the ceiling and mop the yard, but you'll be alright. I mean, luckily, I don't need to do either of those things. I have no yard, and I rent. This ain't my ceiling.
Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Oh, I'll find... Yeah, it won't be my yard, right? I'll find a sidewalk to paint for some apparent reason.
For me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
I will say, I do like that. Like, apartment living isn't grand. But you know what? It's, I certainly appreciate of, like, seeing, like, a snowfall and being like, oh, thank God, like, you know, I don't have to come home from 12 hours of work and then have to spend an hour and a half shoveling snow. Although most likely, I would be the, I mean, I'm sure it'd be expensive, but I am absolutely the type of person where I'd be like, I just contract that shit out. I have zero interest in doing that. Like, zero interest. Like, and I'm sure you could get the same fucking contractor to do both. Like, hey, look, can you mow my yard once every 2 weeks, and when it snows, can you clean my driveway and sidewalk? Like, what's that got to be? Maybe a few $100, you know, for the season or for the quarter or whatever, give or take. But I don't own a home, and I'm moving into another apartment, with some more luxuries. So we don't really have that. Like, again, maybe I would, if I did own a home, maybe I would notice like a neighborhood kid come knocking on my door going, "Hey, mister, can I shovel your driveway for $20? Maybe, I don't know. But like all my friends that are homeowners, they don't really have that. So I don't know if kids have lost their drive and are too busy playing Fortnite inside or what, I don't know. But like, it's not really a thing. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, I would much prefer to pay a bunch of kids to do it, for sure, you know, as opposed to paying hundreds of dollars, but...
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
This young buck is Grandpa? What are they, reverse vampires?
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern.
I feel like I want to go up to this guy's hat and light those little ends, so it's like a candelabra. And then he could walk around with his hat on fire, like the Pope.
Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err.
Who is this Eldibus guy?
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you.
Did I say it wrong?
Remove it.
I literally said it the same way he did. Fuck me in the ass. God damn it, biscuits. Eldibus?
Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal.
Who's this Eldibus guy? Are we better?
That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Why does this guy have the same hairdo as the villain from 101 Dalmatians? Are they bumping uglies? Is his plan to steal the Dalmatians?
Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read.
So now we got his name. Solus Zos Galvis. Cruella's long-lost son.
I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know.
How many more times am I gonna grit my teeth?
The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos. Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
Who is OHP?
To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alec.
He had enough of his shit.
Fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mock me, Ascian.
He just shot his own grandpa.
His own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy.
Never mind then.
Both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game.
Oh, it's like a...
Oh, do stop sulking, boy.
His body's like still there.
People should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
The Ascians are the guys that have sort of been around everywhere with the masks, right? But then there's Garleans who have the third eye. So this guy's a Garlean Ascian? Ascian? Assman? And Solus here just lore dropped that Ascians are responsible for creating the Empire as a means to an end. Yes, yes he did. Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. But did he just find out just right then and there that he's basically a puppet to the Ascians? Or did he always have like some type of thought? Let me go take a quick pee. I will be right back.
Committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending
Senpai, back. Thank you. So our big candle-headed friend here is not too happy about being a puppet. He's known that they've been pulling strings, but just found out they're responsible. There's a lot of dead people here. And that his power over the Empire is meaningless because of that. He's essentially there to be nothing more than an intimidating-looking mouthpiece for Ashians to ensure they get what they want. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. And here we have Alphnode back, not dead. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Gur, Albania. A gas. Black Rose, it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned, its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Alberta, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and don't forget them territories up north. Nay, wait, this isn't the work of men, but monsters, the Ashians. It cannot be a confidence that the trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime doesn't indeed bear the mark of bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ashians and put an end to their plot. They spared no expense on texturing the grass here. Soul searching. Alice is at her wit's end.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments.
Have you tried urinating on them?
But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Trial?
Kryl! I did not think you well enough to travel.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryl. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now,
What's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
Is she mocking her brother? I'm just supposed to just stand here and go, like, oh, I'm supposed to
A
laugh.
source of great embarrassment to him, as you know.
But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but
The
surely his eyes
blinkered boy? Oh, the poor guy can't even fucking stand up for himself here.
A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me.
Was the end of the previous little cutscene of Alphino seeing the dead bodies, was that the end of one patch? I want the top shelf stuff, bud. No, the end would have been the scene in the Empire. Oh, okay. When Grandpa showed up.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
The equivalent of the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place...
Christ. Oh, night shift's gonna be hard. RJD! Oh, come on in, my friend. 11 months. So at some point when this was current, people got left for months on end with the knowledge that the Ashians were piloting the fucking Empire. Yeah, and they had to sit on that for months, like as you said. Instead of me, you had 6 seconds.
Then it may be possible to follow
Thank you very much, my friend.
behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
We are now taking care of a newborn. They do really good cliffhangers in this game.
I wasn't
Yeah, there's
around
been a
for
few.
that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
So which one of you, is it me or is it you, RJD, that's pulling out the teat to feed our youngin'? Now where are we heading? Matoya's Cave now. Been a while since we've been there. We are like traveling the world of places we've been. I feel like that is a definitely you department. What? I don't got no knockers. There's nothing here. I mean, I don't know if you yourself has any of those, but I guess I could have stopped and got another Chloe's book here. Let it be known that forever in RJD's and I's wonderful life together, I'm apparently the woman. If there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, you guys in the States wrap up school earlier than we do here in good old Canada. What's the end date for the little ones over there for you? What on earth are you gonna do when you have 14 kids just sitting at home with nothing to do? I'm sure they have stuff to do, but oh my god, the shrubbery. It's not about the size, it's about production. Oh, well, thank you for assuming that I got some type of production going on. June 16th-ish. Oh, not too far off from when my little guy's done school. I always thought it was like end of May. Because don't you guys go back to school in like August? Although every state could be different, I guess. Stay away from Stole Ass. You have a friend out in Chicago, they get out at the end of May. And then, like, there's a whole comical thing of, like, when you're in university or college, of, like, then you're out, like, mid-April, you know, basically just waiting on your end exams. And that's the end of that. Am I going the right way? I feel like I'm not going to be able to get across this. Yeet. Yeet. After Labor Day. Okay. I mean, we have a Labor Day too, but it's relatively around the same time. I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Was she shrinking every day?
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
Every senior citizen everywhere. Leave me alone.
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
The lively one, yeah. Nothing but.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders.
Do you think if you pulled on her hat, it would yell out and go, yes, Gryffindor? No?
Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she?
I don't know if that came through or not, but it said Hufflepuff. I can't take the credit. I haven't seen any of the Harry Potters. My wife is the Harry Potter nut. I gotta find where's the speaker on this thing? With my luck, I'm gonna fucking break it, and my wife's gonna fucking lose her head. I thought holding it up would do so. Oh, he just yells Gryffindor. Alright. Mrs. Jordan is a nerd. We need to get her on stream. She doesn't want to be on stream. Zero interest. I always offer her to come on TV. She's not interested. Come on, Jordan. We can go to Super Nintendo World. She can go to Harry Potter World. See, the fact is, I would like to do both. I mean, I've already been to Harry Potter World. My son would probably love Nintendo World.
Very well. She may be an ungrateful
With the cheap
stray,
price
but
of,
she's my ungrateful stray,
thousands
and I'll
upon
not
thousands
see
of
her
dollars.
Buried before I am.
I do have to say, of like, not knowing of like when I went to Harry Potter World, and they have like something called butterbeer, that you can get the butterbeer, and then right beside it you can get real beer.
Right. Let us see what we can see.
I think she would admit that she is somewhat a nerd. You're a Slytherin, and Wolf is a Ravenclaw. So can I just ask, how do you know, like, is that just something you pick for yourself, what class you want to be type of thing? Or, like, does someone, like, you know, is there, like, an actual legit thing that you go on and see, like, what class you belong to?
I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
You're a Hufflepuff? You two was a Ravenclaw when you took the test online thingy? Okay.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could their ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the Broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Seems a little small for Kryl. Don't worry, you'll see when you play Final Fantasy V. 2046. We'll get there, RJD.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question.
Yeah, there's early hope, yeah.
Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
I was saying earlier, like, I will, once I finish Pokemon, I'll probably start up Final Fantasy 2. I'm sort of gonna have, like, a focus on, obviously, gonna try to play this once a week, and, try to wrap up Reverie, You know, give or take, you know, within the century.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking.
I mean, I obviously have to keep the year 2077 open so that I can finally play Cyberpunk, right? How old would I be then? $95?
Pray, excuse me a moment.
What's after Reverie? Still don't know. I still don't know. I want to sort of go back into like having one game. Like I was saying this earlier, like I know variety is the spice of life, but like the length of the games that I play really sort of hinder that in a way. So like, you know, I'd rather much play something like, you know, once and then pepper in through, like, you know, we're playing Final Fantasy 14 that gets played once a week, evening streams if we can get back into the, you know, that once a week at least. You know, that'll be Pokemon, then Final Fantasy 2 and going from there. Like those hit the spot. Those were nice, and those will come back. So but I really don't know. Like I was really trying to spitball the idea of maybe going back and playing some retro stuff like in the Nintendo era or Super Nintendo or whatnot, and I know they're not like long games, but just sort of to just throw it a little bit of variety maybe, but I don't know.
Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
All right, then.
Sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I'd chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Uh-oh.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaky...
I thought the old woman Matoya was gonna drop right there.
I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. The news from Alamigo has left Alice in a state of nervous excitement. I can almost bear to hear what Maxima had to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? I mean, Lise would have said, unless... there's no point speculating. Lise would have notified the gods of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in Alamigan Quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alfnod's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me. I will forever just assume that all Lalafels do not have knees, and they just walk like a wee man everywhere. I just don't understand why everything is just so far away, like at this point. Like, you go and doing quests, and then you're going halfway across the world to go and hand it in, and then you'll start up something else and go hand it in somewhere. It's just a ridiculous amount of walking. I mean, I've thrown it around thinking about the possibility of doing another a poll. I'll probably wait until I get a little bit closer to the end of Reverie, but I did mention I would like to play. I think there's a group of 4 games. I did want to go over the games that people gifted me on Steam. You know, at least just going from there. And I think I found a way on Steam to find them, so I could go that route. 4 Job Fiesta coming up in a few days. We'll probably do a run for that. What is 4 Job Fiesta? I am unfamiliar.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians.
It's a charity based on Final Fantasy V. 21 jobs in the game. As you progress, you get to randomly have 4 jobs chosen for you, and then try to beat the game with each character using one of the 4 jobs assigned. Okay.
This Shadow Hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
Felt like I just fell asleep for a blink second.
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn
Which,
away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
Which Final Fantasy is the one that starts that job selection thing? Is it number? I know you said number 2 was a little not weird, but I mean, you know, each one sort of has its own little thing.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
Seems like it.
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't.
So 1 is the first with 6 jobs, that 3 was the one that kickstarted changing jobs, and then 5 is the best iteration of the job system. Okay.
Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on!
Head on, apply directly to the forehead. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh, for fun, not again.
Untold sorrow must...
Who's gonna drop this time?
Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to
We've tried nothing, man, and we're all out of ideas.
We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Yeah, like the more and more that's happening, it's getting scarier and scarier of who else is gonna drop. Like we're dropping like flies here. Alright, I got like about 15 minutes left to play. Do we continue on for a little bit, or does this sort of seem like a good little stopping point of everything going forward? One more quest. One more quest! So Alphinode's safe. For the present at least, and now we all need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually glad Lys tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better be dashing from place to place and sitting around stewing over things that we can't change. To the Enclave. Yet again, probably getting sent super far away, right? God damn it, like it just doesn't end. on there. I'll meet you there to give you a ride. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Ooh, delivery mogul. How have I not gotten anything of a delivery? Does this person know that they're sweeping dirt? Thank you for the ride, miss. So we are heading on over just past Yazuka Manor to the southwest. The Mercanti Docks, please. Riding in style, folks. Oh god. It's a ghost car! The developers wasted no expense in the pixels of the car. Thank ya. Ah! The Domino Clave. Yes, please. Alright. What is that? Is that Nessie? Is that Nessie you're riding around upon? Certainly looks it. You know, I think eventually we're going to get to a game where the Final Fantasy Chocobos are actually going to be leaving shit everywhere. And, you know, in a typical MMO setting, you won't even see the ground anymore. It'll just be Chocobo shit everywhere. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the steppe tribes. We've also been joined by our neighbors of Naxia and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance is somewhat a delay of the unofficial introduction. These proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. We do know Dalmasca. He mentioned Robin Oster not too long ago. I'm glad to see your alliance is coming through so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon need your strength. Member berries? Member berries. Pepperidge Farm remembers. I thank you for bringing me the news of Alphinaud. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Every report received from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect the blow, but I can't risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious, a name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps Saryuzygus, or some such. It's just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators, are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Have you time to attend the first test? Have you seen the field which protected Aziz Lee firsthand? I would be interested to hear what you think of ours compares. I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. As easily? Of course, time being of the essence, it would be best if we made this directly for the burn. Yuguri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the war council to a close. Azizla, sorry. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Wear the storms. All right. More money. That is going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll speak with Bobby Heenan a little later. I am Amy. Tomorrow is Reverie. Should be a normal-ish stream. And then Friday, we may be back with this. Wait before you leave. I will wait before I leave. Leave the building and open your map, please. That I can do. That map? Do you need a bigger map? Attuned to the Aetherite. Wait, have I not attuned? Oh, you stepped on my penis! I did teleport right here. You offered to drive me. Is that what you wanted to check to see if I was attuned to this? Oh, well. Oh, we never end on a funnier note. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. Tomorrow, Reverie. All of you have a good one. As Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bounce out and say goodbye and good night. Hit it, biscuits. There it is. See you later, taters. Bye-bye, everybody.